lambda, which is 1 plus lambda over basically 1 plus lambda minus lambda, which is 1 plus lambda. So that's where this comes from. And here you applied the formula that is given here, right? You had, of course, the A is lambda over 1 plus lambda, and then you just plugged in this. I mean, this is something that you have to know, right? I probably give it to you in the exam just to remind you. This is something that I wouldn't have known, right? Now, this is, I mean, I've written a book, which I think is hopefully a good book. You hopefully agree. There's another book which is called Obstford-Rogoff, Foundations of International Macroeconomics, which is pretty old now, almost 30 years old. But at that time, it was kind of a breakthrough, kind of PhD level textbook. And the nice thing about Obstford-Rogoff is also they give all you these little hints. So how do you solve such a thing? And that's where I took it from. All right. But of course, if I expect you to solve such a thing in an exam, I do not expect you to know it, right? Because then, frankly, I mean, would I have known that without being told by someone? No, right? So that's the thing. This is something that at some point you should memorize. This is something that someone has to explain to you. Now, what is the interpretation? What is the interpretation for this result? So the nominal exchange rate is the current money supply plus lambda times the growth rate of the money supply. Well, maybe you don't know exactly what I have in mind when I say interpretation. So let me give you a hint. Don't we have everything we have to know when we look at the current money supply? And the way I'm asking this question suggests that we don't. Well, the answer to the point is, or the point is, the nominal exchange rate depends on what we observe and what we expect to observe. And so it incorporates all the information about the future. So the current value of the nominal exchange rate not only reflects the current money supply, but also the expected evolution or the predicted evolution of the money supply. So, and the higher the money supply, the higher the nominal exchange rate. So let's just, I haven't explicitly asked for that, but what's ET? ET is MTH plus lambda mu h. What is ET plus 1? Well, it's MT plus 1 h plus lambda mu h. Now, what is ET plus 1 minus ET? Well, it's MT plus 1h minus MTH, which, guess what, is mu h. So the log, this is a small picture, but I hope you can see it. The log of the exchange rate is moving like this. So now the important thing is that the anticipated growth of the nominal exchange rate feeds back into the current value. So if we expect the exchange rate to depreciate, then it already depreciates today. So this is the logic, and so the bottom line is, what would have been an answer to that question D? The answer would have been the nominal exchange rate in period T incorporates all the information about the future. And we have information about the future because we have information about the growth rate of the money supply. So the current nominal exchange rate does not just reflect the current money supply, but the expected future evolution of the money supply, which is, in this example, a very, very simple one. In my book, let me just give you another hint. Well, suppose that ETMS or equals M lower bar for S for T smaller than S smaller than T plus cap T, and that ETMS equals M upper bar for S, well, actually greater or equal to T plus cap T. So suppose that, and this is now, suppose that the money supply that you are here, right, and this is T plus T, that the money supply is expected to, it's not as nice, should have been a straight line. The money supply is expected to jump to a higher level, so with M bar greater than M lower bar, that's M lower bar, that's M upper bar, at T plus cap T. Suppose this is the case. Now, what we can show using the same model is the following. The nominal exchange rate time path at the time when the announcement is made makes a little upward jump and then converges to this point, right? Actually, so if the central bank announces at cap T, at point time T, that in the future the money supply will increase, that has an effect immediately on the nominal exchange rate. In fact, I think it looks like this. I'm improvising, which is always dangerous. This is not part of the exercise. Don't worry, right? It's not that I expected you to figure that out. But this is another example where, here nothing has happened yet to the money supply. It's just an announcement. It's just that the central bank says, look, folks, we will be more expansionary in the future. And the logic of the monetary system implies that there will be an immediate jump in the nominal exchange rate. And then there will be an upward time path that's of that variable. So again, confirming the idea that the nominal exchange rate does not just depend on the stuff that you observe, but also on the stuff that you expect to observe. In fact, here, nothing has happened. Actually, between this period and that period, nothing happens to money supply. It's only that here something happens. But the expectations, they drive the nominal exchange rate in this period. And this is, again, this is the core of the rational expectations revolution. The core of the rational expectations revolution is those endogenous variables react to things that are announced. Good. That's in my book on some page in chapter Which one is it? 8, I think, on the nominal exchange rate. You can check it. You will. Okay, on the nominal exchange rate. Okay, so okay, that's basically what I wanted to do on problem set 7. I will not go into problem 3, and I will not bring this up in the exam because we didn't cover it in class. All right. So I'm running to my apartment to arrange things, and then I'll come back at 1, and we'll do the mock exam. And I don't know. I mean, yeah, take a break, right? Have some food because otherwise you'll starve. And then we'll go into this mock exam just to give you an idea of what level of difficulty you should expect. Okay.
Pizza.